Good morning, children. I hope you all are fine by the grace of God. Today we are going to learn the book exercise, word study, vocabulary. Read these sentences. Hex bunts so deep in the woods, they won't get out till morning. Get them out of here. The words in italics are examples of informal words or phrases peculiar to a particular region, that is one place, location, and used in informal situations. Formal means, for example, when we go to a school, when we meet the principal, when we meet the teacher, when we meet some officers, the way we speak to them, it's different. But when we talk to our relations or friends, that time the way we talk to them, it's different, isn't it? That is informal. But when we speak to official, it is formal. So, informal situations, such words are used when speaking rather than writing. So, these kind of words we don't write, we only speak, okay? And are known as, these kind of words are known as colloquial words or phrases. I'm sure you all know what is a phrase. It's not a full, it's a part of a sentence. Now, match the colloquial words with their meanings. Rat trap, that means a dirty, dilapidated and run down building. There is a old building. Smoke, that means something that is not concrete. That means concrete means it's not true, we can say. It's like that. It is assumption. They are pursuing something and speaking about. Number 3, class. That means stylishness in appearance and behavior. See the high class people, they have got some class, classic. All these things we mean to say stylishness in appearance and behavior. Number 4, war paint. That means excessive makeup applied to bolster courage. Set up, that means an organization or arrangement. Bare bones, that means basic facts. Next, the idiomatic phrase, a last ditch effort, is a group of words that has a meaning which is different from the meaning of the words in the expression. Idiomatic expressions are used in informal conversations. I already told you what is formal and what is informal. Okay. So it is used in idiomatic phrases are used in informal conversations. Informal conversations we only use to speak, not to write. Okay. Complete the sentences with the idiomatic phrases from the box. We were waiting in the wings, quite sure that when the events unfolded, we would be required to help out. So I've written down the numbers for you. Number 2 is under the weather. Number 3 is driving me up the wall. Number 4, hold your tongue. Number 5, an arm and a leg. So, Sonal had not been well lately. In fact, she is still, what is the answer? She is still under the weather. Number 3, the sound of the mechanical drill is driving me up the wall. I can't stand it anymore. I can't stand it anymore. I think you should hold your tongue. Now, many would give arm and a leg to read the first copy of Go, said a watchman. Next, dictionary. Actually, you should be doing this, but many of you find different, and many of you are lazy to do it, so I'm just doing it for you. But if I want you to really take a dictionary in your house and go through it and find the meaning for this. Okay, children? Some of the words in this extract have not been explained. Look up the dictionary for the meaning in these words. Number one, deliberately. That means intentionally or intentionally or on purpose. Number two, revealed means make known to others. Number three, embarrassment, a feeling of shame or awkwardness. Creases, that means lines produced on paper or cloth by folding. When we keep something folded and kept, the lines are formed, that is called creases. Number five, lingering means lasting. That means for a very long time, lasting for a long time. That is called lingering. Number five, six, squat means to sit. S-I-T, sit. To sit with knees bent. Bent, not bend, not the T. Bent. Okay? Squatted means to sit with knees bent. Next, in grammar study, we are going to learn about clauses. We use a relative clause to give additional information about something. Relative clauses may be of two kinds. One is defining and the other one is non-defining. A defining clause, a defining relative clause gives essential, that is important, necessary. Essential means necessary, important information to define or identify the person or thing we are talking about. Remember, defining relative clauses are not put within comma. So, if there is the defining clause, there will be no comma. Defining clause, no comma. Please remember this much, it's a note. Atticus folded the newspaper and kept it on the chair which had a broken leg. So children, that's why I circled not put. What is not put? Commas are not put in defining. Very simple rule, you remember. Next note, in defining clauses, who and whom can be replaced by that. Whom may be omitted means it can be written without the word whom. Omitted means take away. Okay. So children, if you listen once, that isn't enough. You have to read it for yourself 2 or 3 times. Only then you will be able to understand. So read it, children. The examples are given, and about the non-defining relative clause gives additional information on something but does not define it. A non-defining relative clause is always. The always is given in capitals. Always put within commas. So when there is comma, it is a non-defining relative clause. When there is no comma, it is a defining relative clause. Okay, children. The clause who was now seething with anger merely gives additional information about the noun or pronoun already defined. Note, they are giving you some instruction. What is that? That is often used with defining relative clause. That is used, the word that. Whereas which is often used with non-defining relative clause. So that is used in defining, which is used in non-defining. So both are used when referring to things, not people. Who and whom are used to refer to people and may be used in both defining and non-defining clauses. Now, underline. See, I have underlined, you to underline. Underline the defining clauses and I have circled. So please circle around the word circle. Circle the non-defining clauses. That's very important, children. You to do the same thing in the sentences and insert commas. So children, what is given here, in that you have to insert, that is you have to add before commas, before and after non-defining clauses. So we already learned defining, no commas. Non-defining, there is comma. Okay. So what here the instruction given? You have to underline defining, circle non-defining. Okay. So the newspaper, comma, I have deliberately, I can say intentionally, purposely I have used red pen to mark the comma for you. So please, you to use a pen or a blue pen or something. The other places where I have used pencil, you too use the pencil. Okay, children? The newspaper, comma, that you were reading, comma. Okay? That you were reading, comma, is on the chair. So please use a pencil and write this is non-defining clause. Then Jem, comma, who is tall and strong, comma. So circle who is tall and strong looks just like Atticus. It's non-defining. Number 3, the little girl, underline. There is no comma. Look at this sentence. No comma. Just underline and write. The girl whom you met last year is in town. So it is a defining. Please write that defining. Number 4, the batsman whom is not given. You please write there whom. The batsman whom I was talking about has left for Chennai. So please underline whom I was talking about. This is defining. Number 5, my father, comma, who is the eldest among the siblings, comma, and circle who is the eldest among the siblings. So circle this. Then retired last month. It's non-defining. Please write there. Non-defining clause. Number 6. The 2 kangaroos that were flown in from Australia are doing well in the zoo. It is defining. Please underline that were flown in from Australia. Number 7, Keaton, apostrophe, Keaton's cousin Ramesh, comma. Please use a pen and write comma. Children, so when this comma is given so much importance that in the exam when you are asked to write this exercise, make sure if you miss one comma, you lose mark. So children, be very careful and learn. Keaton's cousin Ramesh, comma, who lives in Patna, comma. So circle who lives in Patna is in Lucknow today. It's non-defining. Please take time to write all this. These exercise we will be writing in the classwork note. I want you all to don't write now in the rough note and practice. And in the next class, I will be asking you to write in the classwork note. Today, you please take your rough note and write all this. I'll just explain to you. Join these sentences using relative clauses or the clauses defining or non-defining. So you have to write it, mention. Number 1 has been already done for you. Jem broke the table, full stop. I had repaired it yesterday. So these are two separate sentences you have to join. The example is done for you. Jem broke the table that I had repaired yesterday. It is a defining relative clause. Number 2. Shilpa bought a bat, full stop. It was expensive. So when you join together and write, Shilpa bought a bat that was expensive. So in this you are taking away the full stop. You are taking away it. Okay, children. So when you write, there is no full stop there. And it, I starts with capital. It is there. You take away that. So answer is Shilpa bought a bat that was expensive. Full stop. It is a defining relative clause. Number 3. This is the man. Full stop. He found the kids looking at Atticus. In this, when we are going to join together, what we should do? This is the man, comma. This is the man, comma. Who found the kids, comma. Who found the kids, comma. Looking at Atticus. So when there is comma, it is a non-defining relative clause. Number 4, my friend, comma. In this you have to write who was. Okay. My friend, comma, who was at the party was wearing a red saree. It is a non-defining relative clause. Number 5, my mother wore a silk saree that belonged to my grandmother. There is no comma at all, so it is a defining relative clause. 6, Harper Lee, comma, who was born in Alabama, comma, who was born in Alabama, comma, is a writer. Full stop. It's a non-defining. So this are all I'm just explaining to you. You try to write this in your rough notes. Next class I will be giving this in your classwork note. You can write that. Jane, rewrite these sentences correctly. My pen friend, which is in Egypt, sent me a picture postcard. So it is which is wrong there. Okay. My pen friend, comma, who is in Egypt, sent me a picture postcard. Next, Pooja pointed to the man that was wearing a funny hat. That is wrong. Okay. So you have to take away that and write Pooja pointed to the man who was wearing a funny hat. Full stop. Number 3, the doctor who you wanted to meet is in his chamber. So the answer is you have to write the doctor, comma, whom. You should not write who, whom you wanted to meet, comma, is in his chamber. Next, number 4. My grandparents live in a cottage whom they built many years ago. In this, whom is a wrong word. You should write which in that place. My grandparents live in a cottage which they built many years ago. Full stop. So, these exercise, this I and J, we will be writing in your English classwork note in the next class. Next, speaking. Pair works. So, children, I want you to write it here. You have lost your bag, haven't you? So, question tags are often used in informal spoken English. Informal. So, questions tags are a way of asking the other person to respond. You make them to talk to you. Okay. With the negative sentence, we use the negative. With the positive sentence, we use a negative tag, and with the negative sentence, we use a positive tag. The examples is given here. What is given in book? Weather is pleasant. So, how to write it? The weather is pleasant. Whenever you write a question tag, you should write the comma. The weather is pleasant, comma. So it is positive. The weather is pleasant is a positive. So to this, you add a not, it becomes negative. So to the positive phrase, you add a question tag saying, isn't it? Number 2, not feeling well. So how do you write? You or not. Not is negative. Okay. So when you write the question tag, or you, okay, or you is positive. You are not feeling well, comma, or you, question mark, very important. Next, number 3, dress is beautiful. That's all phrase is given. You have to make a question tag. Her dress is beautiful. So, dress is beautiful is positive, comma. So, we have to write, isn't it? Question mark. So, children, these are the exercise I want you all to write in the rough note. Learn and write in the rough note. In the next class, we will be writing in the English classwork note. So, I, J, and L. Please write in your rough note. Learn and write. And these you can write in the book. Which one? Exercise number H and G, then exercise number F, exercise number E. These are all the exercises. You can write it in the book. Please learn and write. Have a good day, children. In the next class, we can write the question answers. Have a good day. Bye.